Previously on Just Add Magic. Bitter truth truffles. I bet they make people tell the truth.
That truffle's not nearly as tasty as it looks. Not your best work.
First truffle puts you under a spell, and the second one breaks it.
I'm going to run for mayor.
Wow, Mom, that's huge.
May the best person win.
That mall of yours is about to get a new restaurant.
Fine, but you gotta do something for me.
I'm going to get the mayor's endorsement, don't worry.
Find dirt on Terry.
Check out the old main library records. I think you'll find what you're looking for.
Hannah, your teacher is the third protector.
What I don't get is why he's cursing people.
Not people. Protectors.
You're dangerous.
Huh?
You're the ones cursing everyone in town to forget magic.
What?
We're not cursing people to forget magic. You are.
Why would you even think that?
Because you have a creepy folder full of names of former protectors, and the ones who've forgotten magic have been crossed out.
I was just keeping track of the people that you cursed.
After everything I've done to uncurse my grandma, why would I curse her again?
Fine. Maybe you aren't behind it, but you are still irresponsible with the magic.
Hey, we do not use the magic irresponsibly.
Oh, really? Where shall I begin? How about magically locking me in this house all night? And you, Miss Parker Kent, you came to school under some kind of attention spell, and then for your most egregious use of magic, you froze the entire town.
How do you know that?
Are you denying it?
I can see why Mr. Morris intimidates you.
That was to save my grandma.
Maybe you spelled Noelle and RJ so that you were the only protector who remembers magic.
Well, that is a lovely theory, Hannah, but for the fact that I'm not a protector.
You're not. But we saw a picture of you with RJ and Noelle together in high school.
Yeah, I knew them, but I wasn't a protector.
Wait, if you weren't a protector, how were you involved?
I was the one keeping them out of trouble. They were always in detention. RJ was the prankster of the group. Then there was Noelle, who loved taking shortcuts. And then there was Caroline. She was the ringleader, rebellious and reckless. She was all trouble.
Why were you in detention, Mr. Morris?
For writing Caroline's essay? I'm not proud of it, but back then we were friends. Or at least I thought we were.
Mr. Morris, if you're not erasing people's memories of magic, and we're not, then it has to be Caroline.
That does make sense. Except for one thing.
What's that?
After we graduated high school, Caroline completely disappeared. No one has seen or heard from her in nearly 20 years.
What's wrong?
Mayor Davies announced her support for Adam Lever.
Your former boss? But she loves you.
Not anymore.
There's nothing I didn't do for that woman. I wrote her speeches, I organized her pancake breakfasts, I even fed her fish when she went out of town.
Lever's gotta be behind this.
I agree. Maybe it's time to fight fire with fire.
We've been over this. I'm just gonna prepare really hard for the debate tomorrow and let the voters decide.
Excuse me, Mr. Morris. Do you have a second?
Is this about your last paper?
It's about Caroline. Should I be concerned about my paper?
Relax. You did fine. You're very smart, Hannah, and perhaps I've been extra hard on you.
Because I'm a protector?
I was testing your character.
Well, I hope I passed. Because I take my job as a protector very seriously.
I'm beginning to believe you. You're certainly more qualified to be a protector than Caroline ever was.
All three of us are. That's why we're working so hard to solve this mystery before anyone else can get hurt. Can you tell me how you got so involved?
Well, at the risk of sounding immodest, I was the smartest kid in school. One day they came running up to me for help. They had a big problem on their hands.
Arthur, so okay, the three of us found this cookbook with crazy recipes and spices no one's ever heard of, and RJ wouldn't stop talking about it, so Noelle and I cooked a shut-em-up shortcake recipe, and now RJ can't talk and I can't stop, and it's really crazy because I feel like...
You gotta help us undo this. I don't mind RJ not talking, but Caroline is driving me crazy.
I noticed the riddle. The others completely ignored it.
Be warned, whenever adding Sejonian spice, whatever results will come with a price.
Been there, done that. So, how'd you break the spell?
Did you add the Cedronian vanilla to the cake?
Yeah, so what? What's the big deal? I wondered.
You need to help that kid pick his stuff up.
No way. He needs to learn not to shove so much stuff in his.
Come on, help the kid out. He's new. You remember your first day?
Hey, you're new, right? I'm Caroline. Let me give you a hand. Where'd you move from? Welcome to Lavender Heights. You should hang out with us.
Come on, dude. Get my voice back.
What? You can talk again.
You're a genius.
You put together that Caroline needed to help that boy in order to break the Cedronian downside.
With a noble act from a heart that's true.
Very impressive.
You know, I figured that they would learn from that mistake and be more careful in the future. I couldn't have been more wrong. But how is any of this going to help you find Caroline?
I'm not sure. Yet.
Jake came up with a special menu for your mom's after-debate party. Take a look.
Teriyaki skewers and winter vegetables. Clever. She's gonna love it.
This kid, he's very creative.
I learned from the best.
It's nice to see you and Mama P so close again.
Again? Mama P's the coolest.
Not always.
No, Jill, this is just not my style.
Be smart, Terry. The goal is to win here.
What's going on?
These are some not-so-nice things Lever did over the summer. But your mom isn't interested.
Well, I am. Lever closed the public pool for his son's birthday party during the heat wave. Lever cut down a 100-year-old oak tree to expand his driveway. That's terrible.
No, I told you guys. I'm just sticking to the issues.
Can I be honest? I'm worried my mom's gonna lose the debate.
I'm worried your mom's gonna lose the election.
I don't get it. They were clearly bad protectors. Why did the book even choose them?
Maybe it's because Grandma threw the book over the falls before it was ready to move on.
And she did use her morbium seed. That could have really messed things up.
We need to know more about Caroline. How else are we gonna find her?
Maybe we could talk to Mr. Morris at the debate.
Don't remind me about the debate. Pretty sure my mom's gonna get roasted. What if we cook the bitter truth truffles and give them to Lever? It'll force him to tell the truth.
Kelly, that sounds like something the old 90s trio would do. You know, the ones that we just said were bad protectors.
But my mom deserves to win.
Yes, but not with magic.
How about we make the truth truffles and give them to Lever and Mrs. Q?
That does technically make things fair.
My mom's already being honest, so sure, let's do it. Perfect. 2 truffles each. One to start the spell, and the second to break it. We made both of you good luck truffles.
Maybe later.
Are you kidding me? I love truffles. I'll take 2. Not great. I'll save this one for later. Or never.
Here, Mom.
Oh, I don't think so, honey. Thanks.
Please. It's a little embarrassing. Your opponent ate one and not my own mother?
Still not your best work.
Well, it's almost time. Hope you lose, Terry.
How are you feeling?
Great. Except I can't feel my feet.
You're all hunched over. Here's a tip my teacher gave me once before a performance. Breathe. Pull your shoulders back. Chin up. Imagine your spine is made of steel.
Thanks. I feel better. Except I still can't feel my feet.
Who needs them? Come on. I want to go over a few last-minute items.
Okay.
Good luck, Mom.
Thanks.
Oh, there's Mr. Morris.
Ladies, you ready for the debate?
It should be interesting.
Mr. Morris, we were wondering if there's anything more you can tell us about Caroline.
The more information we have on her, the greater chance we have of finding her.
I like the way you three work together. Plus, your tenacity is admirable. I must admit, you are very responsible protectors.
We try. So, about Caroline?
Well, Caroline was fearless. She was always getting the others into trouble. The three of them hated taking tests, so Caroline discovered a recipe for fill-in-the-bubble gum. I remember one time, RJ helped Caroline get revenge on a teacher by making him itch like crazy.
Detention is over. Everyone go home.
Wait, they invented itchy ice cream? Oh no, am I the RJ of the group?
At first, they mostly cooked harmless pranks. But then Caroline got more and more ambitious. Like the time she wanted to look older so that she could get into a dance club. She cooked a chameleon cauliflower spell to completely change her appearance.
That is the coolest spell ever. Oh no, am I the Caroline of the group? That's even worse.
That was just the tip of the iceberg.
What else did she do?
Well, the debate's starting soon. I'll tell you more later.
Mr. Lever, if elected, what would you do to stop crime?
Well, that's a great question, Paula. I honestly have no idea what to do. Best thing I can come up with is for every family, every household to get themselves an alarm system.
Interesting answer. Terry?
Well, one thing that would help is to strengthen our neighborhood watch program. We need to be looking out for each other. And I am very proud of the speed bumps that I instituted.
I think year-round school is a great idea. I mean, summer camps cost a fortune.
Well, I look forward to our family vacation every summer. It's important to have downtime.
Mom's killing it.
The best part about being mayor, I'm going to say the perks. I mean, I'll never have to pay for another parking ticket again.
For me, the best part is being able to make a difference in a community I really care.
You gave him bitter truth truffles, didn't you?
We gave them both truth truffles.
I was wrong. You were just as irresponsible as the other protectors. You need to fix this.
We will. Don't worry.
And most of all, I want the Saffron Falls that we know and love to be there for our children's future.
This has been by far the most bizarre debate I've ever moderated. We're almost out of time, but
Before we end, there's something I need to ask my opponent. Terry, you're the preservation candidate, am I right?
Yes, I'm proud of that. I love our little town, exactly as it is.
So why did you start a successful petition to tear down the old main library and build an outdoor music stage?
Well, Adam, I was very young at the time, and seeing my favorite bands was important to me then. But I regret that choice now, which is why I am the preservation candidate.
So then why didn't you make that information public?
Well, obviously I was hoping no one would find out. In fact, I went out of my way to cover it up.
And that ends this debate. Thank you all for coming.
Hi, honey. That was...
Please tell me it's not as bad as I think it was.
It's worse.
I'll go get the car.
That did not go as planned. When does the magic ever go as planned, Kelly?
We need to get your mom and Lever unspelled ASAP.
Only one problem. Your mom is not going to be in the mood for a truffle after that debate. I lost my appetite just watching it. Oh, Mr. Morris is not happy.
I have an idea. Okay, put the truffle in the hot water.
Brilliant. We brought you a nice cup of hot cocoa to make you feel better.
Nothing can do that right now.
Let's take a sip.
Delicious. Thanks, girls.
What I want to know is how Lever got that information on you. That was some heavy digging.
Give him the truffle. Not yet. Mr. Lever, how did you discover all that stuff about my mom in the old main library?
From Mama P. She's been spying for me ever since you made her cafe your headquarters.
Mama P? How could she do that?
Would you like a truffle?
Honestly, they're a little bitter.
The first one brought you luck, so this one will too.
It did make me a winner. Listen, Terry. Sorry for ambushing you there.
Hey, how'd it go?
How could you? Spying on my mom for Adam Lever?
Wait, what?
How could you do that to Mrs. Quinn?
To Kelly, to us?
You're all overreacting. It wasn't such a big deal.
Terry is terrific. How can you be so two-faced?
It was nothing personal against your mom. I love Terry. It's just that Adam and I...
This doesn't sound like you, Mama P.
Oh, yes, it does. Trust me.
Is this really true? You were spying on Mrs. Quinn for Lever?
Well, technically, yes. But you need to understand...
I don't want to hear your excuses. You betrayed your friends. How can I work for someone like that?
Jake.
I quit. We're out of here.
Hi, Mom.
Want to see what the Saffron Falls Herald thought of the debate?
Not really.
Quinn didn't win.
Sorry, Mom.
No, I'm sorry. I let everybody down. I never expected that old mistake to come out.
You once told me to never let a good mistake go to waste. You said, own up to it, learn from it, and move on.
So now you listen to me?
What you did was in the past. You're running against someone who's doing bad things now. You're the best and only choice for mayor. You just have to keep fighting to convince people of that.
Wow. Maybe you should be running for mayor.
Maybe I should graduate high school first.
Thanks, honey.
Mr. Morris,
I have nothing to say to you.
please, just hear us out.
You spelled two innocent people. You had no right to interfere in that debate.
You're right. We shouldn't have given them the truth truffles. Blame me, it was my idea.
Kelly is kind of obsessed with magic. But in a good way.
Mr. Morris, you know we care about the magic. Caroline is out there, and it's only a matter of time before she spells us all. Please, we need to work together.
I've already told you everything I know.
We're not so sure that's true. Yes, something doesn't make sense. It's been 20 years since Caroline, RJ, and Noelle had the book, and you're still tracking it?
And instead of getting on with your life, you've kept tabs on all the protectors. You even moved to Saffron Falls when you heard Noelle was opening her restaurant here.
You got a permanent job teaching at Fox Canyon just to be close to the magic.
We can't stop Caroline if we don't know the whole story.
Now's your chance, before we're all cursed and it's too late.
Yes, you're right. There is more to the story.
This is a bad idea, Caroline.
So don't help me. But I'm doing it either way.
You can't figure it out on your own. It's too complicated.
We'll see.
Changing the pick-a-date recipe to go forward in time instead of backwards is dangerous. There's too many unknowns.
You're a brainiac. You can figure it out.
I don't understand why you're doing this.
Because I have the biggest audition of my life on Thursday.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I need to do better than just fine. You only get one shot to audition for the National Conservatory of Ballet. I need to nail it.
So practice.
I have been, constantly. But I'm not leaving anything to chance. I'm gonna go forward to Friday to see if I got in. And if I did, then I won't be so nervous for my audition.
And what happens if you didn't get accepted?
The teachers always write critiques for each dancer. I'll be able to fix whatever they didn't like.
Hold on, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I increased the teaspoon of thyme basil to 2 teaspoons and added half a tablespoon of Bermudian salt.
Stop worrying. I trust you.
Let me check one more time.
Take me to this Friday.
No, Caroline.
When Caroline got to the future, she discovered she didn't get in. She was devastated, but she knew she could go back in time and work harder for her audition. But when she tried to go back, she couldn't. The date didn't work.
I don't understand what went wrong.
I went wrong. My adjustments to the recipe were incorrect. Caroline got stuck in the future and she lost a week.
So that's why she didn't get accepted.
And she never recovered.
She couldn't reschedule it?
The conservatory holds auditions once a year, but by then the damage had been done. Her master teacher was so disappointed, he lost faith in her. She was never invited back to audition.
But there are other conservatories.
That's true, but this was her dream. After her teacher dropped her, she was never the same. She got angry and bitter. She stopped going to her ballet class, and then eventually, well, she quit altogether.
And you blamed yourself ever since.
I knew better. I could have just taken away her spices. Anything.
Well, you tried to help.
I failed. And I ruined Caroline's life.
So this is why you've been keeping track of the magic?
Yes. I don't want anybody else getting hurt by it.
So Caroline's the one making everyone forget magic. Maybe she wants it all to herself. She thinks it'll fix her life.
Right. And if nobody remembers magic, no one can come after her once she steals the book. We need to find her.
But how? We don't even know where she is. Well, we know she's in Saffron Falls. That's where all the attacks have been happening.
If she's here, why hasn't Mr. Morris seen her, or Noelle, or RJ? You'd think they'd recognize her.
Unless they can't. Remember Mr. Morris told us Caroline could change the way she looked?
Yeah, the chameleon cauliflower spell.
What if she's using that right now? He said she used it to get into dance clubs. That means her age and appearance could be completely different.
She could even be a man.
Caroline could be anyone.